Today's video is my last from this trip on Boquete Panama. And does it live up to the hype? So what did I think of Boquete Panama after living there for 2 weeks? What did I find appealing? Did I dislike anything? Did it live up to the hype, you might ask? And if I don't address anything about Boquete in this video that you are curious about, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. There are some interesting houses and buildings here, both old and new. I enjoyed looking at the variety and contrast as much as I did the scenery. The landscape, the wildlife, and the comfortable weather. It's beautiful. There's a lot in the way of outdoor activities, and the air is clean. Expats everywhere. According to a major Panamanian news publication, 14% of the population of Boquete is foreign-born. After a few days of walking and looking around, I started to stumble upon local hangouts, like Mike's Global Grill, where Americans and Canadians hang out, eat and drink. On my first visit to Mike's Global Grill, I even saw an unmistakably familiar face among the crowd of expats from the United States and Canada. A man who was featured in a video from the Panama Relocation Tours YouTube channel. I started the conversation by telling him I recognized him from the video. He said, "Yes, that's me." Soon I was chatting with other members of the group and felt welcome among them. They even recommended another place they frequented, Boquete Brewing Company. By then I was practically a regular there, but that was good to know. I liked the fact that there were so many restaurants. There's so much variety. You have your choice of basic and inexpensive Panamanian cafeteria food like chicken or barbecue pork, red beans and rice, and fried plantains. There are also cuisines popular in the United States, such as Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, barbecue, sandwich, seafood, pizza, and burger joints, but also Argentinian, Peruvian, Brazilian, Cuban, Spanish, even Danish. And yes, they even have vegan restaurants. Transportation. Now this topic was very interesting and appealing to me. I mostly walked to get around. I find it's an easier way to become more intimate with an area when you're moving slower on foot. You notice things that you don't while driving. But transportation in Boquete is different than anywhere else I had been so far in Panama. Yes, there are pedestrians, but it is just as bike-friendly as Bocas. Plus, people drive quads and golf carts on the streets, also like they do in Bocas. I love that it is pedestrian and bike-friendly. I am interested in living in a town where I can get around mostly by e-bike. And taxis, shuttles, and buses are very cheap. Most of the time, a taxi will only cost you $2 to $3. Pretty much like everywhere else I'd been in Panama. No Uber here yet, but down the mountain in David, it is slowly taking off. Now, I'm not going to give you a full-on rose-colored glasses view of Boquete, so here are a few things that the average person might find annoying or frustrating at times, or sometimes take caution over. Boquete is one ridiculously safe town to be in. But when walking the streets in Boquete, you had better watch your step. This is a hilly mountain town, and sometimes that means uneven sidewalks. It probably isn't the same all over Boquete, but I had frequent water outages at my apartment. I would WhatsApp message my apartment manager, and she would always tell me that the municipality will do work on the water system without advance notice. I was staying in an older but somewhat quiet neighborhood. I'm sure that the newer neighborhoods have more reliable water. My internet connection was also similarly unreliable, and I had to frequently use the data on my phone at a rate of $10 a day. I'm sure the Airbnbs I stayed at outside of Panama City and David, which were actually residences with fast and reliable internet, the smaller places, the cabana and the apartment, those are probably old, outdated equipment. I'm sure if I lived there full time, I could get access to faster and more reliable internet. So to answer the question, does Boquete live up to the hype? I think it does. I love the friendly people, the overall vibe, the climate, and that beautiful mountain scenery. I could definitely be happy living there. And to Jessica, Melissa, Chris, Monica, gracias a todos. Nos vemos en la próxima visita. Ciao.